this little, not quite a performance, but it's just a public reading so that we can all maybe get a little bit of a taste of what I've been working on this semester. So this play is called Make a Sound. It's about nature, relationship, and how we can help each other to confront our problems and share in the solutions. Before I explain some of the details of this group, I want to explain the history. So this project started off as a final project for Lit Theory with Agnes last semester. Sorry. I've gotten a lot of help from Agnes, both last semester and this semester. She's been overseeing my my editing process, and I've also got a lot of help from Lindsay, who's also been guiding me through this situation, which I'm very new to, so this has been an experiment for all of us. And I definitely want to thank Lindsay's Lit Theory class and Jeremy. So a lot of the what you are going to hear has been helped and influenced a lot by the Lit Theory class. They have helped me workshop the script. And that's been really helpful. It's been a long process, and I really thank them for sticking with it. So just to get into the details of the script, I've been, as I said, I've been editing it over the past few semesters, or the past, yeah, I guess I have been working on this for 2 semesters now. I got the idea to do this from 3 books that we read in environmental literature. One was Planted by Leah Kusama, which is a sort of autobiographical book about a husband and wife who are conservationists. The second was Prodigal Summer by Barbara Kingsolver, about a shut-in woman who learns to live outside of herself. And the last one was a post-apocalyptic story called Year of the Flood by Margaret Atwood, that depicted a desolate world where women fought both the elements and the threats around her to survive and thrive. So this is my second script. I've written a script before, but this one is not going to be put on quite a, well, who knows, but for now, it's not quite going to be a staged play, but I wanted to present it in some form. And so this is the public reading. And I hope that you all enjoy the play, and I hope you enjoy meeting Bonnie and Chelsea and Esther and Mark. Thank you.
Scene 1. Afternoon at Font headquarters. Bonnie is at her desk collecting all of her things off of it. Enter Chelsea.
Hey Bonnie, are you coming to lunch? Pretzel day awaits.
I'm not gonna make it, Chelsea. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I got fired.
No, what happened?
I guess I wrote one too many articles on world issues, or 7.
Bonnie, David's been giving you warnings for weeks now. And you know he only wants female-focused pieces to go to print. I mean, this is a woman's magazine.
Dave just wants us to write about flouncy dresses in the color pink. I was just trying to broaden our scope. Leah would have understood.
Leah's not our boss anymore. Dave is. And people aren't expecting to learn about the state of a planet from a magazine called Flaunt.
Well, I want to inform the uninformed. Dave makes us write about shallow topics because he thinks that's what women like, or that we're incapable of understanding anything else. He shouldn't be in charge of a woman's company.
I like writing the sex and love column.
Of course you do, Chelsea.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just that you have interesting things to write about. I wasn't insinuating anything about the articles you write. I know you hate that. Sorry.
A few beats of silence passed.
Hey, if you got fired, doesn't that just mean you have more time for pretzel day?
I'm really not up for it, Chels. Sorry.
It's not your fault you got fired. I mean, it kind of is, but it's okay.
I'm gonna miss working with you.
I'm gonna miss working with you too. Everyone else here is either stuck up or hopelessly boring.
Yeah, and Dave's both.
We shouldn't joke about him. He could hear us.
Oh, okay.
You're finally free of his anger management problems, but I don't want to have to get on his bad side. One of these days, he's going to start throwing stuff, and I don't want to be the reason, or the target he's aiming for.
How do you know he has anger issues? Doesn't he worship the ground you walk on?
That's what he wants everyone to think.
What?
Never mind. He's just kind of brutal sometimes, or so I've heard. I'm kind of the gossip around here, if you haven't noticed.
Chelsea, we worked at the same company for 5 years. I've noticed.
It's been 5 years? Wow.
Yep, and now it's over.
I hate seeing you like this. How about after I get off work, we get pedicures? That always cheers me up. We could both use some fresh air.
Your idea of fresh air involves the toxic stench of nail polish?
I just meant that we should get away from corporate air.
Well, I was planning on getting some actual fresh air this weekend.
What? Outside? Ew!
My grandfather left me land in his well. It's this beautiful forest with old growth trees and a stream. Being in nature is way more relaxing than having strangers touch our feet, don't you think?
No. Why? Are you inviting me out there?
I mean, I was planning on spending some time alone, but if you wanted to come.
Not for the bugs and dirt, but for you? Sure.
Great, bring a sleeping bag.
Wait, we're camping?
Just for one night?
This is gonna be interesting. Oh, I gotta get to the pretzel stand before it closes.
All right, I'll text you the details.
Sure, yeah. I'll see you later. Oh, and don't worry. I won't tell anyone you got fired.
Thanks.
Exit Chelsea.
Who is it tends the garden oh so green? 'Twas once the finest garden that ever has been seen, and in it God's dear creatures did swim and fly and play, but then came greedy spoilers and killed them all away. And all the trees that flourished and gave us wholesome fruit, by waves of sand are buried, both leaf and branch and root. And all that shining water, the turnings to slime and mire, and all that feathered birds so bright have ceased their joyful choir. O garden, O my garden, I'll mourn forevermore, until the gardeners arise and you to life restore.
Scene 2. Enter Bonnie and Chelsea with backpacks.
You know, most families' heirlooms are jewelry or dishes, not a forest.
This was his biggest asset.
And he gave it to you? No offense.
Chelsea, look.
What?
The trees, they're gone. It looks like a fresh cut too. Who would do this?
Your grandfather?
There's no way. He loved these trees. I love these trees.
That's too bad. Well, I guess there's no reason to stay. Let's go.
Are you kidding? People are trespassing and stealing off my grandfather's property. We have to at least try and save what's left.
Ew, look at the stream. Is someone dumping sewage in there?
I think it's a gas leak. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It was so beautiful and clean, I swear. This is all my fault.
It's okay, Bonnie. Who would have thought that tree stealing would be something anyone should have to deal with?
I should have. I'm ruining my grandfather's legacy.
You've only been in charge for a few months, right? Don't be so hard on yourself.
It just feels like I'm letting my whole family down.
So much for relaxing.
Let's just set up the stove. I'm starving. We can figure this all out later.
Bonnie takes a few steps and sets down her backpack just as Mark suddenly stands up from behind a bush. Bonnie jumps.
Ah!
Who are you? Did you do all this?
No, I'm not one of the loggers. I'm Mark. I live across the street from here. I've been trying to figure out what's going on.
You're doing that by hiding in a bush?
It's called a stakeout, and it's highly effective.
So what kind of information have you gotten so far?
None. It's a process.
Sure it is.
Who are you two exactly?
I'm Bonnie. This is Chelsea.
She owns the land.
I inherited it from my grandfather.
You're trespassing.
It's okay, Chelsea. As long as he's not damaging the place.
Oh, never. We're trying to protect it.
Us too.
Wait, who's we?
Me and my wife Esther. She's back at our cabin. Can I introduce you all? She wanted to meet her new neighbors, and I'm sure there's no dinner to go around.
We'd love to.
Tonight's been really weird, so this might as well happen. Let's go.
Scene 3. Evening outside Mark and Esther's cabin. Bonnie, Chelsea, and Mark approach Esther, who is seated around a bonfire. Hello.
Esther, this is our new neighbor Bonnie and her friend Chelsea. I invited them for dinner.
It's nice to meet you both.
It's nice to meet you too.
I didn't realize Eddie sold his land. Eddie bequeathed the land to her when he died. He was her grandfather.
It's bequeathed.
Whatever.
I'm sorry to hear about Eddie. He was a wonderful man.
You know, he used to take me camping here all the time. He taught me a lot about taking care of the environment. I was practically a Girl Scout.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Mark sits, Bonnie and Chelsea follow suit.
Bonnie was telling me on the way here that she didn't hire the loggers.
You didn't?
No, they just showed up.
After a few beats of silence, an uncomfortable Chelsea speaks up.
So do you guys just camp for a living?
We run a business selling natural, homemade goods and foods. We're actually taking a bit of a break from it for a while, but it'll be up and running again soon.
Isn't that a lot of work?
Yes, but it's rewarding.
Most people think we're weird, but we accept our reputation. After all, our business is called Freaks of Nature.
I love that. Bonnie's super into nature, like to a fault.
What's that supposed to mean?
I used to write for a women's magazine. Chelsea works there too, but I got fired today for covering too many relevant topics instead of the drivel our boss wanted.
Your boss didn't want any pieces on environmental issues?
We're told to write about girly stuff.
And I hated it.
Well, good for you, standing up for what you believe in.
Just like my grandfather taught me. Hey, you two oversee your part of the forest. Could you teach me how to do that with mine?
Of course, we'd be happy to help.
Anything for Eddie's family.
Thank you.
We can start lessons tomorrow, unless you two had plans.
Not really.
I was just gonna stare at a wall of the tent all weekend, so I guess I'm free.
Speaking of the tent, we should get going so we can set it up before sundown.
Great.
Bonnie and Chelsea stand.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again.
Wait, Bonnie, what do we do about the loggers? They're destroying the trees in our...
I just don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this.
We understand.
Thanks. Hey, Chelsea, I'm going to need your help getting things out of my car.
You do realize I have zero muscle mass, right?
Exit Bonnie and Chelsea. End scene. Scene 4. Night in the forest. Bonnie and Chelsea sit on the ground after pitching the tent.
Is it supposed to be that much work to set up a tent?
No, people usually put the fly on the right side out the first time, and they usually don't put the short poles where the long ones go, and you start over again.
I've never done this before.
Well, you figured it out eventually.
Well, I'm glad you're laughing at least. How are you feeling about all this?
To be honest, not great. You?
I have a weird feeling about Esther and Mark.
Why?
They could live comfortable lives in the city, but they choose to live... I mean, what if they're the ones running the whole illegal logging thing? Maybe they just want us to think they're innocent.
Esther and Mark aren't evil just because they live alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
But you admit, it's weird.
Not if they live off the land, which they do.
I just have a bad feeling about them.
Since when do you have trust issues?
I don't know. Since I started working at a women's magazine run by a man.
That's valid.
I just can't believe Dave fired you.
I know, I actually can't stop thinking about how angry he makes me. I don't think I realized how much he made my blood boil until I walked out of the office for the last time today.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
What a guy.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we're not gonna worry about it tonight. We're gonna cook dinner, lay out our sleeping bags, and go to bed.
It's 7:30.
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. You can do whatever you want. Just please don't go spying on Mark and Esther or anything, no matter how convinced you are that they're up to something.
Fine.
End scene.
Oh, sing we now the holy weeds that flourish in the ditch. The they are for the meek in needs, they are not for the rich. You cannot buy them at the mall, nor at the superstore. They are despised because they all grow freely for the poor. The dandelion shoots for spring, before their flowers burst. The burdock root is best in June, when it is fat with juice. When autumn comes, the acorn's ripe, the walnut black is too. Young milkweed pods are sweet when boiled, and milkweed shoots when new. The inner bark of spruce and birch for extra vitamin C, but do not take too much of each, or you will kill the trees. The purslane, sorrel, lamb's quarters, and nettles too are good. The hawthorn, elder, sumac, rose, their berries wholesome food. The holy weeds are plentiful and beautiful to see, for who can doubt God put them there, so starved will never be.
Scene 5. The next morning. In Esther and Mark's backyard, enter Mark and Esther, who's stretching you on.
How'd you sleep?
I was up all night working on a proposal for that environmental journal we're partnering with.
How'd that go?
It didn't.
I could take a crack at it.
Really? You've always been a strictly numbers guy.
Yeah, I can barely write a comprehensive sentence.
We'll figure something out. Thanks for the offer, though.
I want to help, but I'm no writer.
Me neither, apparently. Which is going to make things difficult. I know what I want to say, but I just can't write it down.
Enter Bonnie and Chelsea a few moments later.
Morning. We weren't expecting you two so early.
Good morning. Sorry, Chelsea was in charge of bringing food for breakfast, but she kind of forgot, so we just ate a couple of granola bars.
At least I remembered healthy snacks.
The granola bars had chocolate chips in them, and they were covered in frosting.
I brought like 3 bananas.
Did you guys sleep okay?
No, we slept on a bunch of sticks and rocks.
It was okay. Those roosters get up pretty early, though. Is there a farm near here?
The roosters are ours, actually. We have quite a few chickens. Mostly hens, though. And a goat.
We've learned to sleep with earplugs.
Wow, I couldn't even take care of a goldfish.
Like we said last night, it's a lot of work, but it's rewarding.
What exactly makes all this so rewarding for you both?
Putting in so much work and seeing the environment thrive, it's a good feeling.
I like knowing that we're helping the earth.
Wow.
How did you get started?
We met in university. Mark was studying business, and I was studying literature, but we bonded over our love of nature. We figured, why not make a living out of it?
Yeah, we bought the land here and started building pretty soon after that. We made our own cabin, a pen for the animals, a brick oven, and we plowed a few gardens.
Have you ever heard of permaculture? That's a big part of what we do here.
I've heard of it. I don't think I quite understand it, though.
It's a set of principles for making and maintaining a self-sufficient ecosystem. That's why our gardens are so elaborate. I promise, they looked a lot better before the loggers trekked through them with their steel-toed boots. You should see our irrigation system.
The loggers are back!
Should I go see what they're up to?
Mark, you've got to stop lurking in the shadows for a chance to talk to them. I know what you were doing last night when you brought Bonnie and Chelsea over to our house.
Alright, I'll stay.
Thank you.
So, permaculture.
What now? Hello? Oh, Lisa. Hi. No, I don't have the proposal ready yet. I do have a list of ideas for topics we want to cover, though. I'll go get it. Perfect. I'll call you back. Okay, bye. Mark, can you help me find that list we made the other day? I know it got put into one of the boxes with our files, but now I can't remember which one. We both know how disorganized they are.
No problem.
Sorry, ladies. Would you mind if we stepped aside for a few minutes?
Not at all.
Thank you. We'll be back as soon as we can.
End scene. Scene 6. Afternoon inside Esther and Mark's cabin. Esther and Mark are rifling through papers.
We really need to be better organized with our paperwork.
I organized this last month.
Really?
Well, I tried.
We need to get back on track with business. I know we're taking a break since the loggers ruined our garden, and now we've got a partnership with Seed, but we need to get things ready for when we start up again. You know, actually organize things.
Seed? That's the name of the journal we're partnering with? I thought it was roots or plants or something.
Yes, that's the name of the journal. We're trying to find a list of topics we want to cover in blog posts for Lusa.
Okay, and Lusa's the head of Seed?
Yes! How can we get anything done here together is a mystery.
Silence ensues as the two continue to rifle through paperwork.
Mark, what would you say about asking Bonnie to help us with those Seed articles?
Well, she's pretty smart and she's a writer. She really seems to be interested in what we do. I think it's a great idea.
We couldn't pay her much, but she'd be a great intern. She can help us write articles, and we can teach her about what we do.
Maybe she can help us get more organized too. I'm tired of this.
Pretty soon they're going to start logging our property too.
You have no idea how badly I want to give them a piece of my mind.
I mean, I've got some idea.
They've messed with our lives for far too long. I'm calling the police.
I think you should talk to Bonnie about it first. She'd have to give the police a statement, and I'm not sure if she's ready yet. She's been pretty on edge.
Fine then, I'll go talk to her.
Wait, Lucy needs that list.
Lynn sits down at the table and picks up the list.
Here.
Thanks to Mark. End scene. Scene 7. Afternoon at Esther and Mark's backyard. Bonnie and Chelsea sit, talking.
You're a lot less talkative than usual. Do you still not trust Esther and Mark?
I mean, I still think that they could be kingpins of some sort of logging gang.
You've got to know how ridiculous you sound.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm not right.
Dave's really had an impact on you, huh? You're so defensive. Do you trust anyone?
I trust you. That's why I wanted to be with you this weekend, no matter how disgusting I find nature.
Do you need to talk, Chelsea? You can tell me anything.
I'm scared of Dave.
No one should intimidate an employee. He's an awful person.
It's not just that, Bonnie. He and I, we've been going out.
That's how you knew about his anger problems.
Yeah.
Has he ever been violent?
Is it okay if we don't go there?
Oh, of course. But I mean, I'm here if you ever want to. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Enter Mark.
We have to get rid of the loggers.
Bonnie and Chelsea glance over at Mark, stunned by his sudden presence.
Am I interrupting something?
You're fine.
Are you gonna call the police?
I am. I just wanted to let you know. I'm sorry. I know you wanted to hold off on it.
It's okay. You should call the police.
Are you two okay?
We're getting there.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go.
Exit Mark.
Do you think our stuff's going to be safe in the tent? The loggers clearly aren't above stealing.
I go save everything, but I don't want to leave you.
I'll be okay if you're stepping away for just a few minutes.
You sure?
Yeah, Esther and Mark are in the house, so I won't be alone. And I hacked into their Wi-Fi earlier. Don't worry.
If you're sure.
I'm good, I promise. Just be careful. Don't let the loggers see you.
End scene. Scene 8. Late afternoon in the forest. Bonnie emerges from her tent with her and Chelsea's backpacks. Enter a logger.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
I'm the caretaker of this land. I'm just visiting.
You're the caretaker? Doesn't look like you're doing a good job.
Well, some people are making sure of that.
Attempts to move past the logger, who blocks her.
Me and a few friends might have cut down some trees. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, my friends and I are going to call the police. Not only are you trespassing, but you're cutting down trees on private property. You must be making quite a bit of money. I mean, there are a lot of missing trees here.
It's your word against ours. Who's to say you didn't frame us? Maybe you bought the land just to tear it apart, but wanted to make out like a bunch of victims.
No one will believe that.
Sweetie, we've been at this for years. We are untouchable.
The cops are probably on their way right now.
The logger swipes the backpack from Bonnie with such force that it knocks her backward. The logger sprints off as Bonnie tries to regain her balance.
Hey! Hey! Ugh. Everything is going wrong. How is this my life now? Is this what you get when you stand up for yourself?
Bonnie, resigned, sinks down into a stump. Enter Chelsea after a few beats of silence.
Bonnie! Bonnie, oh my gosh! I just saw one of the loggers run off with our backpacks. Are you okay?
I'm a little shaken up, but I guess I'm okay. Did you try and chase him down?
Psh, no. I'm in a fragile state right now. Besides, could you imagine me running?
I didn't run either, so I guess we're even. Sorry about our stuff.
I didn't pack anything too valuable. Let's just hope that the police get them back for us.
Thanks for coming to find me, even though you're, feeling fragile right now.
You made sure I was okay. The least I could do is return the favor.
Chelsea offers out her hand to help Bonnie up. She accepts and turns.
Charles, I feel terrible. You've been struggling for so long. Right under my nose, I had no idea. I could have done something.
Don't feel bad. There's a reason I'm in charge of the office rumor mill. I get to control what gets out and what doesn't. The only time I couldn't stop a rumor, it ruined my work life. That's not happening to me again.
You're not what the girls at work say you are. You write for the sex and love column, but that's not an indicator of who you are.
Thanks. Lately though, I just feel like I am all of those things that I've been called. I mean, I'm dating my boss. What would the girls at work say?
Don't listen to them. You have a freaking master's degree in investigative journalism. You're way braver and smarter than they could ever imagine.
Yeah, I guess I am pretty cool. Thanks, Bonnie. You're the best.
I didn't really do much, but you're welcome.
You've done so much. You let me crash your weekend camping trip. You listened to me when I talked.
Here I was thinking I was failing you.
You've never failed me. You're amazing. And now I get why your grandfather gave you this land. You're so dedicated to people and causes. No wonder you couldn't stop writing your articles on the world issues.
Aw, Chels.
Bonnie and Chelsea have their column.
The story's on brand, but I can't get into personal details. Dave wouldn't let it go to print. He'd fire me, maybe worse. And I definitely wouldn't be his girlfriend anymore.
I don't think you'd want to be his girlfriend anymore. Or his employee. And if you get these stories out somehow, you could dump him and then provide enough of a case for the authorities to look into it. They'll protect you.
So what? I make a post about him on my blog?
You have a blog?
Oops! Sorry, that was the last secret, I promise.
It's fine. Okay, only post the article if you're comfortable putting your story out there. If you're scared of any repercussions Dave might take because of it, I'm sure you could talk to any of the police officers that are on their way here.
Can you help me with it?
Of course.
And scene.
The last mile is the longest mile. 'Tis then we weaken. We lose the strength to run the race. We doubt hope's beacon. Shall we turn back from this dark road, footsore and weary, when deep despair has drained our faith and all seems dreary? Shall we give up the narrow path, the plodding byway, choose swift transport and false delight, destruction's highway? Shall enemies erase our life, our message bury? Or shall they quench in war and strife the torch we carry? Take heart, O dusty travelers, though you may falter, though you be felled along the way, you'll reach the altar. Race on, though eyes grow dim and faint the chorus. God gives us nature's green applause, such will restore us. For in the effort is the goal, 'tis thus we're treasured. He knows us by our pilgrim soul, 'tis thus we're measured.
Scene 9. Evening in Esther and Mark's backyard. Esther and Mark sit talking, enter Bonnie and Chelsea.
Where were you two? Well, we went to get our stuff out of our tent, but then it got stolen. And then we ran into a police officer on our way here.
I hope you told them that your things got taken.
We did. We had a lot to tell them, actually.
I'm sorry we didn't get to teach you anything about permaculture or composting like we told you we would.
It's okay. We're neighbors, right? There'll be lots of time.
Yeah, and this place isn't so bad. It's not the spa or pretzel day, but it's definitely not as bad as I thought it would be.
Pretzel day? Oh, it's this tradition Chelsea and I used to have on Fridays, where we'd get soft pretzels on our lunch break. We missed it yesterday, though.
Huh.
Suddenly, Esther exits.
What's she doing?
I have no idea.
Enter Esther with a bag of pretzels.
They're not exactly what you two had in mind, but I hope this keeps the tradition alive.
Aw, Esther, this is so sweet.
And now we have a new tradition, Bonnie. But is it okay if we don't go camping every week?
Okay, only when we need to talk.
Well, you're both welcome here anytime.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Eddie would be proud.
I hope so.
End scene. Scene 10. Evening in Esther and Mark's backyard. Bonnie sits, enter Chelsea.
Bonnie, I want to read you my article before I post it.
So you're gonna post it?
Yeah, I deserve to tell my story. And you've inspired me this weekend to be brave, so voila.
Esther and Mark are talking to the officers. You could read it out loud, they won't hear.
Okay. Here we go. A lot of the people who read my blog know me from my column at Flaunt, where I give relationship advice. I thought I was pretty good at it, until I realized I don't listen to what I've been trying to tell other people. So here's my last piece of advice, coming straight from me. Let's hope I can accept it, because I need it too. If you ever feel yourself in an unhappy relationship, find a happier one to focus on. It's good to get out of your head. If you're being harassed or abused, talk to someone. Trust that they can remind you that you're not defined by the person causing you pain. I've been abused by my boss for the past few months, and I have someone there for me, my best friend. A power struggle shouldn't have to keep you silent. There's always someone around to hear you. That's what I got so far.
Chelsea, that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, you keep writing like that and you're gonna get all kinds of readers. You could even make a living off this blog.
I'm gonna need it when Dave hears about what I wrote.
Enter Esther and Mark, each with a backpack belonging to Bonnie and Chelsea.
All 5 of the loggers have been taken into custody.
We got your backpacks.
Yeah!
One of the officers told me they've been looking for them for months now.
We definitely didn't think they were gonna get caught.
Thank you both for sticking with us through all of this.
No, thank you. I needed all the help I could get with my grandpa's lands.
Your land.
Great. I'm relieved that the loggers are gone. It's just too bad we can't bring back those beautiful trees though.
You can plant more. Build the forest back from the ground up.
Then it really will be yours, Bon.
That would be amazing. Could you guys help me with that?
We'd be honored.
I can help you too. Not that I particularly enjoy manual labor, but I think we might have some free time coming up.
I love this.
Bonnie, while we're getting all this help, we need your help too.
With what?
We want to hire you to help us write about what we do. We want to get our story out, but we can't do it by ourselves.
Oh my gosh, really? I'd love to.
Bonnie, that's amazing.
This weekend's been everything. I almost don't want to leave.
Almost?
I may have booked us an appointment at the spa tomorrow.
You did?
Well, we never really got to relax this weekend and you seem so set on it, so I figured we might as well give it a try.
You'll love it, I promise.
I'll take your word for it.
And see.
The earth forgives the miner's blast that rends her crust and burns her skin. The centuries bring cheese again, and water and the fish therein. The deer at length forgives the wolf that tears his throat and drinks his blood. His bones return to soil and feed the trees that flower and fruit and seed. And underneath those shady trees, the wolf will spend her restful days. And then the wolf in turn shall pass and turn the grass the deer will graze. All creatures know that some must die, that all the rest may take and eat. Sooner or later all transform, their blood to wine, their flesh to meat. But man alone seeks vengefulness, and writes his abstract laws on stone. For his false justice he is made, he tortures limb and crushes bone. Is this the image of a god? My tooth for yours, your eye for mine? Oh, if revenge did move the stars, instead of love, they would not shine. We dangle by a flimsy thread, our lives lived are grains of sand. The cosmos is a tiny sphere, held in the hollow of God's hands. Give up your anger and your spite, and imitate the deer, the tree. In sweet forgiveness find your joy, for it alone can set you free. The end.